All right, Old Blue had a little incident. Lent it to a buddy and caught on fire. So the brake caliper overheated and just caught on fire. So we're gonna replace the rotor and the caliper. Not too bad to do. The cover's already off. So there's a C-clip here that we have to take off. And then there's 4 bolts. One there, one there, one there, one there. Once we take those off, then we use this puller. And that will pop. Oh wait, do we have to do that? Just take the rotor off? I don't know. We have to double check on the rotor getting popped off with that. Cause that's to break the bearing off of the back. So yeah, maybe we don't need that. Okay, so we're gonna start out by, oh wait, no, cause we're taking the rotor off. So yes, we will have to break the bearing, pop the bearing loose off of there. So yeah, okay, so yes, this off, 4 bolts off. There's a little bracket on the back that will slide down, and then all this will come off. We'll unhook it here, drain out the brake fluid, and kind of get to that point. So I'll set up a time lapse.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time.
So I drained out the brake fluid. So we have to do it anyways, and this way is more controlled. I just put a hose onto this, and then cracked it open, drained out as much as I could. Now I have to get this puller behind the brake caliper, and I'll show you that more once I get it off. But to do that, you kind of have to give it some room, so kind of press it along here and here, and then just kind of have to work it back behind. Yeah, it's just kind of a pain. Anyways, I'll put it back on time lapse here in just a second. Oh, and I did have to loosen the track. So one last thing before I get on time lapse. Yeah, I loosened the track on this 18. It's a 13 on the axle, and then a 10 on the bolt that runs it in. So I'll put you on time lapse, and I'll fight with this.
Tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out.
You do have to take the bottom sprocket off. And I had a little trouble getting that off, probably because I did it wrong originally, or it's just been on there a long time. So now the brake is off. I had to pull it through. I had to take that side off because I had to pull this out of there to be able to get the puller to lock in behind. Now the puller let me show you something. Okay, the puller here, it has to fit kind of like this, right? It locks in like that on there and down there. Okay, and then once you get that on, then you tighten this against the drivers or the axle, and I put this little piece of metal up against here to push on that, and it just pops it out. And luckily, it came off easy. I was worried that it was gonna be hard because it was on fire, and things could have got messed up. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and switch this out now to the other new fresh one, and hopefully it is good. I'm gonna flush the line out pretty good, and make sure everything's working well, so this doesn't happen again. For those of you wondering, here's what happened to my sled. Got the new rotor. I just dropped the bolt. I cleaned the bolt off. It goes in to the top of the rotor. So now I'm gonna hook the brake line back up and start getting everything put back together here. So yeah, it should just be, this even came with new brake pads, so that's cool. So we'll have to pull those out and get this ready to go back on. But yeah, we'll get that done here in a sec. I'll give you an update. The other thing I did was I just filled this up with some brake fluid to kind of flush it through, just in case, just in case there's something in the line. I just wanted to flush some fluid through. So I don't think there is. It's coming through pretty good now. So yeah, we're just gonna throw this rotor back on. Rotor and caliper. All right, so this caliper and rotor are on. You do have to put them on together. I tried putting them on separate, and you can't get the rotor on, I don't think, without the caliper, or vice versa, right? So just remember, there is a retaining clip piece behind on the driver that the bolts go into. So you got to put it in, and then that little tab pushes up and clips in. There's another one on the bottom. And now I'm gonna put the C clip on, hook that on. I'll put the brake pads back in. I left them off so I took them out so I'd have room to move it around. And then we'll hook the line back up and should be able to put fluid back in and bleed the brakes. Everything's hooked up, so I've got fluid in there. Now I'm just gonna bleed this, take this off, put a hose on there, crack that open. Yeah. All right, for the brake, it's basically you just have to like pump it a ton and then hold it to the bar, hold it down all the way, and then let the pressure off. And you just have to do that for like a surprisingly long time, I thought. So just do that until it's, firm, feels good. And yeah, cap back on, tighten that, make sure that's tight, make sure your little deal here is tight, and yeah. So this guy's almost done. Just have to put the belt drive back on over here, and we'll be good to go. Brake rotor is in and done. We got good brakes. Not a bad job. The hardest part is you have to pop the driver loose. Yeah, we're done. This thing's ready to be tested out again. Probably need to ride it slow in case something's wrong with like the master cylinder or something. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna take it out and check everything out and have a good time on it. So thanks for sticking around. Videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and let us know what you think.